I did it, yeah. Spin the blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
Hey, could count on my power, and look at my dogs. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it, yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it? Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
You should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. Running out of patience, running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't feel, cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Minnesota Vikings. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
10 at their own 21-yard line.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Back at the 18-yard line.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Prescott from the gun, looking for his running back, and he's got him. Up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there out of Cook. 63 yards. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring it.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
This is Hunt. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Connection made here, Goff to Higbee. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Here's Hunt. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Vikings' 36-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Goff. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Cooper, 96 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun. Goff. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the... Sometimes you're there too soon.
On first down, gone. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
At the 35-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Goff. On the left side, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango.
He's taken down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Rams nothing.
They run with Hunt. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I'm going to come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop it.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now Sam Sloman is on. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
This will be fielded inside the 5. Have got it going the other way. And careless with the football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Well, security eluded him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now gone. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
26-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Goff. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 there, and it's a first down.
Gain of 9 yards.
Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards. And the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that, it means tackling him after the catch. Because once he makes the catch, you may catch it in front. If you don't tackle him, he's behind you at that point, and that's how he racks up the big yardage.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
At the 9-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard. Now it's Hunt. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's Goff. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time, 3 here. Not decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th. Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Number 85.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have taken the lead. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know that makes some adjustments.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Samson Ebukam racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. On play action, Prescott rolling to his right. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. They got his man complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. That's a heck of a way to convert on 3rd and long, and he showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And that trust was justified because he went up and got the football and converted on a down. You shouldn't. 3rd and long like that, that's supposed to be an incompletion at the least.
So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down. Here's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's again to Cook. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 3rd and long for Prescott. Trying to lay one up deep. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
Into the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the 2nd.
Let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you get a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you. That's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, LA. A big play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start. To go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Prescott setting up the screen for Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Prescott to throw it. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look, 6 DBs. Now Prescott, letting one fly deep for Cooper. That's caught inside the 20. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Prescott. Oh, it's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Samson Abukum, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys are able to regain the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. There they got the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Goff now looks to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Yannick Ngakoue make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you're expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll run on first down with Akers. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he wants Reynolds. Wait, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A huge play that time for the Rams. 48 yards.
First down, Rams.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Quick throw complete, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Touchdown, L.A.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
Rams 25.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Samson Abukum in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Open here, Adam Thielen. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd and 7. Goff, going for Jeffrey. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff, as his guys have now moved out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Flushed out right. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Prescott from the gun. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Cook with a run on 1st down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 41, Prescott. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the ball.
That'll go to a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So, sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. From the gun, here's Goff. Well, this is taken in, it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And a Rams first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 12, Goff firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Goff. And that will be incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Good run there by Cook on 1st down, powering his way forward, a gain of 6.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
37-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott. They're going for Jefferson downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Vikings 35, Rams 32. Dan Bailey
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Los Angeles.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
From the 38, Goff. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. That'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Goff now to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Hard, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Back to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He's back to throw. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
2-yard line.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run with Hunt, and maybe measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Akers. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he is out of bounds here. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to tie things up in the final minute. And his kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Second and 10 now from the 27. Prescott. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this will come up short.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Kickoff for Minnesota.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Prescott now. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column.